I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 18, Thursday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, I'll try to make this short, but there's a lot to talk about. And if you watched yesterday's video, there was not too many people that watched yesterday's video, so a lot of you slept. I don't know what's going on, but maybe you don't understand the way I trade. Maybe you think I'm a fraud. Maybe I should stop even doing these videos. I don't know, but that small amount of views yesterday doesn't make me want to do these. But I will tell you this. I told you that we were coming to break that low. So, and then we were on our way down here to get to this gap on the monthly. I mentioned that on the monthly. If you remember real quick, I'll show you. See that? Monthly, right? To see that gap right there? Oh shit, I don't even have it highlighted well, do I? Why do I have it like that? It's much bigger than I thought. Shit. Did I do that on the week or something? Maybe it was a week. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, it should be much bigger than the way I got it. I just realized that now. But the top part was right. So anyways, so yeah. So very, very, very simple. Honestly, lower low and lower high structure. I work very well in bearish markets. In my career, I've made a lot of money in the bearish markets, actually. So, as we said yesterday, well, been saying that, what's up with this area? Is it going to get tapped or not? Well, no. Does it have to happen now? It can happen later. So you're still bearish, obviously, right? And in general speaking, you see this imbalance right here on February 22nd. Well, that imbalance, once it breaks, they're using it as resistance. And I haven't touched this in this past couple days, but I'm using the gaps here to hold as resistance. And we're coming up here for a later time, right? But in general speaking, when we opened up, our setup is trying to attack that. I'm sorry. Well, obviously yesterday's low, and then that low here of February 21st, that low right there. So with that understanding, let's go to the chart here, and then very, very, very simple. So right here, when we had this patch of price right here, we were pretty much ranging out, right? And that's why I was telling you it was going to get tricky. So if you want to wait, I said wait and sit back. Let the order flow show you, right? So what do? We make this high. We have this low yesterday, and we took yesterday's low in London, pre-London, right? And then we retraced for a lower high, right? Did not break that above high. And I don't know if I did a good job of, I think I forgot to mention that this area right here, it's more on a 1 hour, but this wick right here, so 50% we do close a little bit above, but we have the gaps in the background. On a 1 hour right here, you can see, just talking about yesterday, on the 1 hour here, you can see that 50% of it's right there, and we miss it by literally 2 ticks. I think I forgot to mention that yesterday. There's so much to talk about, but whatever. So that's yesterday, right? So that's low. So that's lower high, lower low, lower high. We ran through the bottom yesterday. We came back up 50% of this range. You gotta watch yesterday's video so this makes sense. And then we let me get back out here. So that's that low here to this lower high to lower low, retrace back 50%. If you put a fib from here to here, it's 50% right there. So that qualifies to me as a lower high. Plus, you've got all these lows here, and it's kind of like resistance. You're just bumping up, right, at the same time. So we're bearish, right? We have objectives on the lower side. So what happened? So we came up, we came down, and then that was yesterday closed. Asia brought it up, and then London started to bring it down. Now, right here, this is the lower high, and this is protected, right, with our logic. When we're here or anywhere in this day before 9:30, our setup is to make a new low for the day, right? Plus take out that big 21st of February low that it's highlighted in that green right there. So with that understanding, right? Very simple. This is the imaginary fib that you would see, but at 9:30, here, we expect what? What's the setup here? The setup is to come down. Where are you in this scenario? So like when we made that high yesterday and we came down and we closed, all right? They came back up, right? It's a lower high from here, right? And then they came down. So this video can get very long, but I'm going to try to make this simple, man. But in general speaking, this is what we're looking for. Okay? From lower high to lower low. Just that's it. But right here at 9:30, we have not accomplished that yet. So we're coming down and we're selling down into a lower low. Now I have this fib drawn, but I have this as imaginary, right? So now that we came down, we've made that lower low. What am I expecting? I'm expecting a lower high. So what does it look like? Well, now that the fib is there, you can see it right here, pretty much, right? I'm expecting a retracement back. Where? Minimum 50%. Then you got 61, you got 70, and then 79, right? Beautiful, right to the 79. You've cleared this liquidity here, these highs right here. You've cleaned that up, and you've cleaned that up right here. So above the 60, above the 70 would make sense at a minimum target, right? But then we come up, and then if you look on a 15-minute, it's a little more clear on the 15-minute. When this price is still coming up, we are getting into this last up candle here. We're in this candle too. This 3:15 a.m., but also this 3:45. But the imbalance in there, that space in between there. So if you look to the right, that's why you want to wait till we get sealed up. This is more of a refinement situation in this area, if you're asking how I caught this trade. Now, again, I don't want to show my trades, and I told you I wouldn't. The reason why I'll show you this trade was because I almost broke my record, but I couldn't fucking get it. So, pissed me off. But I was trying to get it all the way to the buzzer and take a look. So here you'll see they shut the fucking price. And I was waiting till after 4 because I knew they would do this shit after the market closed. And that's just experience. But the price is not going anywhere. So here I'm trying to get down to this. I want this gap so bad. I want to take a picture of it because I was talking about this gap for a long time, and I'm pretty sure, and I guarantee no one on the internet, I'll repeat, no one on the internet mentioned this gap. I can fucking guarantee it. So yes, and also we're inside this daily imbalance right here. If I dragged it out, we're also in that as well. I don't think I mentioned it yesterday, but I just can't remember everything. But anyways, 50% of that gap would be this dotted line here. So this minimum target for me would have been the 50% of this gap right here, which is January 19th, and then that gap, the top of it. I mean, it could just tap it and run away, but my goal was to hit that fucking goddamn gap, and hey, listen, I tried to shoot the shot, but I didn't get it, man. But my record is 18,200 in one day. So I was like, man, this is going to be the day. This is going to be it. And I tried to hold it, and I fucking couldn't. So they shot the price. At 4 o'clock, they did this craziness. And then they shot this price down right here. And I was like, you know what? You're not going to get it done. So had to close it. But it was worth the shot. So very, very happy and pleased about it. But okay, let's get back to this real quick. So when I'm here at 9:30, I'm picturing this down. I'm picturing this. I am picturing, let's do it this way. I'm picturing, where the fuck are you? I'm picturing, for what's left of this move, I'm picturing this. And then I'm expecting this. And then I'm expecting this. Why? Why am I expecting this? Because this is what's left in the order flow. Lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. So I'm expecting this. But where am I at? I'm not in Asia and London. I'm here. Okay, I'm not fucking even fucking around with the 8:30 news. That shit, look at that shit. Garbage. This is why I don't fuck around before 9:30. Boom. 9:30 kicks right here. It's kind of clean on a 1 minute. You better stay until the end of this video, I promise you, because you're gonna learn. This is mentorship. I put this in my course, so you need to pay attention to this, and you'll see things a lot more clear. Anyways, goddamn. All right, so right here, 9:30 is this candle right here, this indecisive candle, right? And there's so much I can't go on to a 30-second. It's just way too much. But to keep it simple, you could have been a seller right in here. All right, let me make it darker, I guess. It's not really darker, but yeah, you get the point. This 925, 926. So you could be a seller here. You could be a seller at any point, depending on what your risk management is. But it would be, let me really zoom in for you, right? And I can't go all into this, but to keep it simple here, God. So we pop up, right? And then you break structure here and you're retracing. So you can literally put a fib, man. There's way too much. There's way too much to talk about, man. Without any candles, this is the top here. This is London. So obviously you guys know if you're in London, you broke structure here and you came back up, and then you can put a fib from here to here. This is a beautiful, probably 70. I'm just guessing. And fucking 70 near to the tick. All right. So you have that retracement there. You have this retracement here. I'm pretty sure that's at a 50 at minimum. Well, I'm going to use this high and this low. All right. And what'd you guess? A 50. Again, I'm not trading in this time frame. But this is, we're using that high because that's a lower high, right? And then come back up. You're not worried about this internal shit. Comes up, protected high after we swept. All right, that swept that, right? So you're looking for that. And then boom, this high to this low. Wow, I'm doing way too much. Again, the idea, what does it come to? You got that, look at the gap right there. See that right there? You can't miss that. That was a dangling carrot. That sucks. And so was a gap too. But they ended up cleaning that up. But if you're in Asia, London. But what I'm saying is here, what I'm trying to say is that you have your logic of that's the lower high, and then this is your lower high, and then you're constantly making lower highs to make this leg. Yes, this was dirty. To stop here and come back up, fine. But you know that you're still a seller, right? And that's a protected high because it was already a 50% range, right? So with that understanding, you wait for your break. In this scenario, you could wait for your break, and here you go. You get your break here, you get your retrace, and now you got your order flow. I mean, it's very, very clear that you can see that. Damn, let me kind of go back to what I was sharing. So I'm giving you the preface here because now, when 8:30 is here, over here, you can see this price range from here to here coming back in, and you're inside a imbalance, which is on this down candle, this 5:15 a.m., this 15-minute. You're pretty much in that imbalance plus that last two up candles, these 4:45 and 4:45 and 5 o'clock. 15-minute candles right there. You see how we dig in and we seal that, right? I'm not going to draw everything, I can't, but I'm just setting it up for understanding that, okay, so this is selling area. And then now when 8:30 came in, shooting down first. So this is lower low, lower high up here, lower low. 8:30 shoots down. I wasn't even paying attention to 8:30. Didn't even need to, because I knew I'd be ready at pre 9:30. But lower low comes up, right? So break this low, you sweep, come back up, comes down, comes back up one more time, takes out that low. So this is lower low, lower high, lower low, and then this leg from here to going up is two. Up, down, up, down, up, right? You see that? One more, takes out that piece of liquidity, and that's what you want to see if you're around the 830. You want to see liquidity get swept, then it comes down again. So lower high, lower low, and then boom. Now you get stuck in here, but they're all lower highs, and they're fucking really pointing down here. So now for me, I skipped all. I wasn't even paying attention to all this. And I walked in this bitch like Mick Jagger, smooth, right? What does that mean? Meaning 930, 925, 926. You see this candle? It pops up. There's a gap right there in between the 923 and 924. Beautiful. This 928 pops up. You could have pushed sell at any time there. And then the 930 shoots up right into these two candles. Doesn't break the top of that candle. You could literally put your stop loss there, but that's kind of dangerous. I would have put it above this high right here, which is the 928. Anyways, point is that it pokes in and boom, off to the races. Where are we going though? You already know in this setup, I'm going to go to a 5-minute here. Shit, so much to talk about, bro. So now that's popping in there. But anyways, shoots down, we break that low. All right, we break that low, which is here, right there. All right, we break that low. All right, and then good took profit there and or held it for a little bit longer. And now we're on an oversold area. Nice little V, beautiful. Take that buy. All right, this was tricky to take, but if you are on this time frame, we closed here, this dips in, and then it's off. Let me go to a 1 minute so you can see that trade. This was not easy at all. But when you get this big wick that's kind of pushing back up, you know it's a wick because it's forming a wick. You can see it forming a wick. And then, you know, this is giving you the inkling like, okay, all right, it's time for us to go back up, right? On a 30-second, if you don't have a 30-second, then I understand. But the 30-second, if you're paying attention, is where the fact that you're at this down candle, right? And then this next candle pokes down. And then once it's popping up like that, I mean, this is generally where I'll get in on a lower time frame like that. But if it pops up, comes back, retraces back into the body of this candle, that's a way to enter. But if you're waiting, you can use this inversion and balance. This is a 30 seconds, so I'm going to go back to a 1 minute. But the 1 minute is just fine as well. You could have used this as your next entry model as well. So you could have anywhere there. And as you can see, we come back and fucking tap it to the tick. But the goal here, so this is where you got to pay attention. The goal here is where we're going. This is a lower low. So what am I doing? I'm buying and I'm holding for a lower high. Okay, so we got 50% right there, right? We have the 61, 70, and then 79. If you were holding this, you could have just took the profit out at 50. You don't need to be fucking holding it. But how could you have held it? Well, because you know that there's liquidity here, right? And you know there's liquidity right here. And you know there's liquidity right there with pockets of price in there, right? The 15 minutes definitely obviously much more cleaner here, right? But, and sure enough, then once you're up here, all right, we got the gap also still there. It's holding as resistance, remember? On the 15-minute real clean, you get these 3 drives up, right? And then on that third drive on the 15-minute, reverses. Okay, so how could you have got in here? Well, you want to be patient and wait. On the 1 minute, so you can see you're looking for a shift, but you'll get a higher high and a higher low, a higher high and a higher low, right? And then you get a higher high here, right? And then you get this push down. Doesn't break that low, but it's a nice pattern where you could see that it shifts right back up into the blocks. This is how I entered, because I know where we are. I mean, we're at a 79. We have just swept this liquidity. You have to be patient. I'll show you on a 5 minute. It's a little bit less. In my case, I had the 5 minute as well. So once we pushed up with this candle here, this 11:15, we gapped and then we came up. All right, so I'm looking for a swing high, right? Because you can see here it's high, 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 right? So So I'm anticipating this to be a bearish candle. And as you can see here, when I'm entered here, right here, this is where my enter is. This candle closes, and then this bearish candle, little wick there, and then starts to move down, right? That's my, I'm immediately entering because I know where I am, right? So not easy at all, right? But anyways, as far as what I want to share, man, there's so much. Fuck, I can't do it. I'm already at 20 minutes. I want you to see this because I want to help, but let's do it this way. So this is what I see. All right, so I just shared that with you. Lower low to lower high. All right, this is what I saw, right? Now, I'm going to do this again. So this is what happened on this time frame. This is not kind of what I wanted to show you. Damn. It's a whole nother fucking video, to be honest with you, man. So, let's do it this way, man. Hopefully you appreciate the shit. I'm not gonna do all of it, man. All right, so I'm gonna keep that there, and then what the fuck, dude? That's where I lose my patience. Change this color. All right, so this is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so you look over. All right, from that lower high, to lower low, to lower high, to lower low, right? And then, yeah, I think I skipped a piece. But this is how it looked like. Just pay attention. That's how it looked like, right? So you came down, you came up, and came down. We rated that low. So it's an internal low, and this is an internal high, right? So we come down, we sweep that. So then we possibility to buy up, you come down, you bounce right off of this high, right? Mitigate anyone trying to buyer's remorse. Push out artist, right? And then this pushes up one more time. Then we come down, we come back up, and we break. You can see that break clear, all right? Which I'm talking about this area right here. All right, you see it? Comes down, comes up. Damn, I wish it would stop highlighting when I fucking go over it. So, comes down, comes up, comes down, all right? You could be, what part do you want to be involved in? Did you want to be involved in from this sell to here? Did you want to be involved in from this buy to here? Did you want to be involved in once it broke here and retrace back in? Did you want to wait for another break here and retrace back up here, right? And then here, this is the 930, as you see, in 830, as you see, lower low, lower high, boom, finale. Then what? That's a lower high, a lower low, I'm sorry. Right? Then what? This pops up, comes back. This is the leg going up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, crack. See that? Comes right back up. Look at the pattern. Pay attention to this. Fucking super game and super easy. But if you logically think like this, right? Break down, right? So what was I involved in the sell here? And because now I've made my lower high to lower low. Now I'm buying here to make the new lower high, right? Because that's a lower high, and then I'm making another lower high. Forget this internal high. It could have came up and broke that high and not took out that high and still been a lower high. But because this lower high broke, made this new lower low, I'm assuming this is obviously protected. Again, once we make the new low, fuck me, man. So once we make this low right here, this lower high is protected, right? So I'm retracing back up. This could have easily took out that high and still made a lower low, right? But in general speaking, this would probably be protected as well, right? But as you see, the leg, this funny leg from here to here, right? But the leg straight up, this was easy. Very, very, very easy, because we're here, we come down for the lower low, we retrace back up, and then we immediately make a lower low. We could have took until tomorrow to make this whole flow. We could have came down here and then came back up and then closed, and then tomorrow we would just be making. Where are you on this sequence of events? Right? Where are you in this scenario? So, and then if you look at it, what part do you want to be a part of? What part do you see? You're saying I want it all, but I mean, that takes a lot of experience for you to be able to do that and see this. But I teach this shit all the time. And this is a bearish flow, and I work very well in bearish flows. So, but the logic is this, So, yeah, I think I've exhausted that. And then, I don't think people want to watch 30-minute videos. And then, fuck me, dude, I should have made it shorter. Anyways, and just another same situation, another lower low with S&P and Dow. Actually, almost made equal lows. They didn't take out that low. Yeah, they didn't take out the previous 2 days lows, so they're probably still rushing in here. So they're just pausing for a moment. And then super game here. I'll be finished with this. So you had super game here. We came down at after 9:30, and we took out that low, and we had higher lows in S&P and Dow. So that was the reason. That was a nice buy. Also for speaking for us in NAS, that was a nice buy for us. And if you were trading S&P, then you would have bought because it was a divergence. And same to goes with Dow. Now, once we came up, we made our lower high that we've been waiting for, and I took this sell here to show you the trade. At that time, we're a lower high than this high here, and S&P has made a higher high there, and Dow has made a higher high there. So this pushed us down, which is fucking gorgeous. So, and that pushed us down, and then we ended up taking out that low. They all took out those lows. And where are we? As far as where we are today, where we are now, I don't know. Is this a divergence here for a higher low in structure for Dow? Is that pushing us up right there? Because they didn't take out that low. And this could be a reversal point. And a long story short, also, I was telling you guys a long time ago that we had a bearish pullback that was going to happen in April and happen in May, preferably May. And we were getting one here. So the seasonality that we also should be getting a big retracement in May. But it has all right on the 30-year seasonality. We have all right to turn around right now. So I'm keeping it nimble and just going with the order flow and taking out lows and all that. So we'll see what happens. I mean, because this area here is looking juicy, but I thought it would have stretched more, to be honest with you. So let's see what Friday does. Hopefully Friday, if Friday just pushes it down. But the way they fucking did everybody at the end of the day like this, I don't know. They might want to just push it up. So other than that, and then a dollar. I think I skipped dollar yesterday and didn't show it, but they got into their imbalance here, and then they're pushing up. So if we're still bearish, obviously we want to see dollar kind of push up so we can get into our objectives. All right, you guys take care and God bless.